Example 3, 4x plus 2 over x squared plus x minus 6 minus 4 over x squared plus 3x. So, we have a trinomial. Let's go with Preston. Factor x squared plus x minus 6 for me.
It'd be x plus 1, x minus 6.
Let's try that. Mitchell, is that correct?
No, it'd be x plus 3. X plus 3 and x minus 2.
Amber, is either one of those correct?
Yes.
Which one?
Second one.
The second one. Well, Preston, why is yours wrong?
Oh, I sorted it.
What'd you do?
I can.
Can you not see why it's wrong? Okay, you got the correct product, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also need the correct sum.
Okay.
The two numbers you pick have to add up to positive 1. So even though they make the negative 6 correctly, 1 minus 6 doesn't make positive 1.
All right.
It makes negative 5. So if that was minus 5x, that would have been the factored form. But since it's positive 1, you can see that Mitchell's 3 times negative 2 makes the negative 6 we want, and 3 plus negative 2 makes the positive 1 we
All
want.
right.
So that's the correct factored form. All right, so x plus 3 times x minus 2, and 4x plus 2 is on top. Now be careful that the top this time is a binomial. I'm going to go ahead and put that in parentheses also. That factors, a 2 comes out of it, but we're looking to simplify the top as much as possible, so I wouldn't factor the top. All right. The second fraction, the denominator currently is x squared plus 3x. Hannah, how would x squared plus 3x factor?
X plus 3 and x plus 1.
X plus 3 and x plus 1?
No, just kidding.
Just kidding?
No, yes.
So now, are you kidding or not?
No.
You're not.
I got it.
Ryder, is that the right?
Probably not.
Probably not. But do you know what the right answer is?
Oh, x and then x plus 3.
Wait, why do you have x?
Because it's x squared.
Oh yeah, okay.
What Hannah noticed after she realized it wasn't this one, again, if it's a trinomial, quadratic trinomial, 3 objects, you're going to get this type of factored form. If it's a binomial, it's got to be a difference of squares to get that type of factored form. So, go ahead and move that where it belongs. Alright, so x squared and 3x both contain the letter x, so that's the common factor x. And then, of course, if you take an x out, you're going to be left with x for the first object plus 3 for the second object. Greatest common factor, factorization. That's going to be #1 priority when you're factoring. Anytime you look at factoring, can I factor is the question. The first thing you should say is there a greatest common factor? If there is, take it out. And I can't make x plus 3 any simpler than that, so that's as factored as I can get that. 4 is on top currently. Okay, so looking at the two objects that we have, what's in common already is x plus 3.
Yes.
Both of these factored forms have an x plus 3 in it. Alright, so what's missing from the first one is what?
X plus 2.
From this one?
X minus 2.
X minus 2 is there. What's missing from this?
X plus
X.
X, right? This has an x, that doesn't, so x is missing, right? So I need an x on this one. If I put an x on the bottom, I'm going to put an x on top. And again, the top is a binomial, so to simplify this, that's a distributive property situation. So be careful that if the top already is a binomial, put it in parentheses, so if you have to multiply it by something, you're going to see a distributive property situation. And if we take a look at the second fraction, what's missing?
X minus 2.
X minus 2. They both have x now, they both have x plus 3, this has an x minus 2, this doesn't. This needs an x minus 2, so this needs an x minus 2. And this is also distributive property, but again, we got that minus in front of that 4. When distributing, make sure that you're distributing not just the number, but the sign in front of the fraction with that number. So, looking at this, simplify it as much as possible. The first one's going to become x times 4x is 4x squared. X times positive 2 is positive 2x. Negative 4 times positive x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. On the bottom I have x times x plus 3 times x minus 2. And again, typically I'm done there, but in this specific case I do have some like terms on top. 2x and 4x are like terms. Opposite signs tell me subtract. So 4x squared is perfectly fine. We're going to get minus 2x and plus 8. All that's going to go over our common denominator, x times x plus 3 times x minus 2.